सभी को साधारण नमस्ते जी। टुडे इज January 26, 2026 and it is Monday. We will start our session on संध्या उपासना एंड मंत्र स्वाध्याय। आप सभी लोगों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है जो हमारे साथ जूम से या फिर सोशल मीडिया से जुड़े हुए हैं। दिस प्रोग्राम इज बीइंग ब्रॉट टू यू बाय आर्या पैसवा अमेरिका। और सभी लोगों को, सभी श्रोताओं को गणतंत्र दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। हमारे आज के स्पीकर हैं आचार्य वरुण देव जी फ्रॉम हमारे समाज सियाटल। नमस्ते आचार्य जी, आपका स्वागत है संध्या सेशन में। आप प्लीज संध्या स्टार्ट करिए।
नमस्ते जी, धन्यवाद। सभी को सादर नमस्ते जी, और सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं गणतंत्र दिवस की, वसंत पंचमी की। आइए हम सभी मिलकर सर्वप्रथम परमात्मा की ओर अभिमुख हों, क्योंकि संसार की ओर मुख सदैव करते रहने से हमें न शांति, न स्थायी सुख और न ही वह परम ज्ञान की प्राप्ति हो सकती है जो हमारा परम कल्याण करने में समर्थ हो। यदि हम अपना सर्वोच्च हित चाहते हैं, सर्वहित चाहते हैं, सब ओर से हम जीवन में उन्नति करना चाहते हैं, चाहे शारीरिक हो, सामाजिक हो, आत्मिक हो, आध्यात्मिक उन्नति हो, हमें ईश्वर की ओर मुख करना ही होगा, ईश्वराभिमुख होना ही होगा। बिना ईश्वर की ओर मुड़े, और ईश्वर की ओर मुड़ने का तात्पर्य क्या है? ईश्वर की ओर मुड़ने का तात्पर्य है कि हम परमेश्वर के स्वरूप को जाने, और परमेश्वर के स्वरूप को जानकर फिर उसके अनुसार, सही ज्ञान के अनुसार हम ईश्वर की ठीक ठीक स्तुति करें, ध्यान करें, योगाभ्यास करें, मन को दोषों से दूर करते हुए, दोषों से छुड़ाते हुए, मन को कामनाओं, वासनाओं और अनेक प्रकार के दुर्गुणों से दूर रखते हुए, धीरे धीरे वैराग्य के स्तर को बढ़ाते हुए, डिटैचमेंट अपने जीवन में ग्रहण करते हुए, डिटैचमेंट को ज्यादा से ज्यादा डिग्री को बढ़ाते हुए ईश्वर की ओर बढ़ते जाना है, ईश्वरीय चेतना की ओर। और वो होगा अनुभव के माध्यम से। जैसे ध्यान में गहराई बढ़ेगी, ध्यान में गंभीरता आएगी, उतना ही मन शांत रहना आरंभ हो जाएगा। इधर उधर मन का उछलना कूदना, प्रत्येक बात को अपनाकर उस पर विचार करने लग जाना, फिर ऐसी वृत्ति न रहकर केवल मात्र ईश्वर और जो आवश्यक विषय हैं उनको ही ग्रहण किया जाएगा, और फिर उनमें अग्रणी, उनमें दक्षता प्राप्त की जाएगी। तो आइए आनंद और शांति में घनीभूत होने के लिए हम आज का यह ब्रह्म यज्ञ का सत्र आरंभ करें। 3 बार लंबा गहरा श्वास लेकर ओम की ध्वनि का उच्चारण करेंगे। अथ ब्रह्म यज्ञः। ओम। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वाहा तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये, संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः। ॐ वाक् वाक्, ॐ प्राणः प्राणः, ॐ चक्षुः चक्षुः, ॐ श्रोत्रं श्रोत्रम्, ॐ नाभिः, ॐ हृदयम्, ॐ कण्ठः, ॐ शिरः, ॐ बाहुभ्यां यशोबलम्, ॐ करतलकरपृष्ठे, ॐ भुः पुनातु शिरसि, ॐ भुवः पुनातु नेत्रयोः, ॐ स्वः पुनातु कण्ठे, ॐ महः पुनातु हृदये, ॐ जनः पुनातु नाभ्याम्, ॐ तपः पुनातु पादयोः, ॐ सत्यं पुनातु पुनः शिरसि, ॐ खं ब्रह्म पुनातु सर्वत्र, ॐ भुः, ॐ भुवः, ॐ स्वः, ॐ महः, ॐ जनः, ॐ तपः, ॐ सत्यम्, ॐ ऋतं च सत्यं चाभिद्धात्तपसोऽध्यजायत, ततो रात्र्यजायत, ततः समुद्रो अर्णवः, ॐ समुद्रादर्णवादधी संवत्सरो अजायत, अहोरात्राणि विदधद्विश्वस्य मिषतो वशी, ॐ सूर्याचन्द्रमसौ धाता यथा पूर्वमकल्पयत्, दिवं च पृथिवीं चान्तरिक्षमथो स्वः, ॐ शन्नो देवीरभिष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये, संयोरभिस्रवन्तु नः, ॐ प्राचीदिगग्निरधिपतिरसितो रक्षितादित्या ईशवः, तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु, योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वो जम्भे दध्मः, ॐ दक्षिणादिगिन्द्रोऽधिपतिस्थिरश्चिराजीरक्षिता पितर ईशवः, तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु, योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वो जम्भे दध्मः, ॐ प्रतीचीदिग्वरुणोऽधिपतिः प्रीदाकुरक्षितान्नमीषवः, तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु, योऽस्मान्द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वो जम्भे दध्मः, ॐ उदीचीदिक्सोमोऽधिपतिः स्वजो रक्षिता शनिरिषवः, तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु, योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि यं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजम्भे दद्मः। ॐ उदीचीदिक्सो मोऽधिपतिः स्वजो रक्षिता शनिरिषवः। तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु। योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि यं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजम्भे दद्मः। ॐ ध्रुवादिग्विष्णुरधिपतिः कल्माषग्रीवो रक्षिता वीरुध इषवः। तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु। योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि यं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजम्भे दद्मः। ॐ ऊर्ध्वादिग्बृहस्पतिरधिपतिः श्वित्रो रक्षिता वर्षमिषवः। तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नम ईशुभ्यो नम एभ्यो अस्तु। योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि यं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजम्भे दद्मः। ॐ उद्वयं तमसस्परिस्वाह पश्यन्त उत्तरम् देवं देवत्रा सूर्यमगन्मज्योतिरुत्तमम्। ॐ जातवेदसं देवं वहन्ति केतवः। दृशे विश्वाय सूर्यम्। ॐ चित्रं देवानामुदगादनीकं चक्षुर्मित्रस्य वरुणस्याग्नेः। आप्राद्या वा पृथिवी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्य आत्मा जगतस्तस्थुषश्च स्वाहा। ॐ तच्चक्षुर्देवहितं पुरस्ताच्छुक्रमुच्चरत्। पश्येम शारदाः शतं जीवेम शारदाः शतं शृणुयाम शारदाः शतं प्रब्रवाम शारदाः शतमदीनाः स्याम शारदाः शतम् भूयश्च शारदाः शतात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। हे ईश्वर दयानिधे भवत्कृपयानेन जपोपासनादिकर्मणा धर्मार्थकाममोक्षाणां सद्यः सिद्धिर्भवेन्नः। ॐ नमः शम्भवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। in our Mantra Swadhyay series of Arya Bhivinaya Granth. This wonderful, miraculous Granth as a gift to all the Arya, to all the Manushya Jati, for the utmost welfare of us. Maharshi Dayanand Ji provided us this beautiful devotional interpretation of the selected Ved mantras from Rig Ved, Yajur Ved. And we can see that in the previous mantra, the intensity of the intimacy of relationship between a father and son, the children, we need to have such natural and spontaneous devotion to the Paramatma. When we have that naturally and spontaneously, then we can say that we are bhakta, because bhakti is a wonderful practice, and this comes when more and more we become selfless in the sense of ego. Our true self, we are Atma, our true identity, we are the soul. But because of the identification with different tools of nature, this man, buddhi, ahankar, this sharir, indriya, we think that we are this body, we are this mind, I am this, I am that. But all this comes to an end. All of these things brings to a full stop when we truly recognize our self. And that happens with the help of Paramatma. When Paramatma helps us, guides us, gives us that Atmabal, that inner strength to progress on the path of yoga, on the path of self-identification and recognition and realization, then we start having some practices naturally and spontaneously. So this mantra, 16th mantra of Dvitiya Prakash, the second book of Arya Bhivinaya Granth, it is also about the stuti, the adoration of the divine, admiration. Because why stuti? Bhakti can only be intensified when we do the stuti. Without stuti, we cannot have bhakti in ourselves. Bhakti is always only possible when we know how to do stuti, how to admire and adore the divine, the Paramatma, not in thoughts alone, but in deeper bhava. And that in those bhava, Jagat, we can have relationship, connection with a glimpse, a spark of that omnipresent, omniscient reality. So let's first read, chant the mantra, and then we go to the meaning of the mantra, and then Vyakhyan. Om Vibhurasi Pravahano Vahanirasi Bhavyavahanaha Shvatroasi Prachetastutoasi Vishwavedaha. This mantra is from Yajurved, Adhyay 5th, and mantra sankhya is 31st. And in the next, these two more mantras including this and next two mantras. They are in the sequence. Same adhyay, 5th. This is mantra sankhya is 31st, and the 17th mantra will be 32nd mantra, and 18th mantra will be 33rd mantra of the same Yajurveda Adhyaya 5th. So this mantra starts with Vibhu Rasi. So Vibhu, we know what is the meaning of Vibhu. Vibhu means all pervading, Vyapak. Vibhu Asi, that Paramatma is all pervading. And then after that, Vanhiras Pravahano. Pravahano, we know this word Pravaha. Pravaha, Pravahano, the regulator of the cosmic movements. That Paramatma is the regulator. That Paramatma is the controller. That Paramatma is the sustainer. That Paramatma, because the first link, the first attribute in the mantra is Vibhu. So the derivation, we can see how the mantra is deriving towards the direction, how if this cosmos has to be controlled, regulated, it must be regulated by some omnipresent entity. Otherwise, it cannot be operated. Because this entire universe is, according to us, has no limits. Even scientists, astrologists, astronomists, they say that still it is expanding. The cosmos, the universe is expanding constantly. We have not found any edge of this universe. But if there is no edge, there must be some infinite existence who is controlling and expanding this universe. And then the next one is Vahani, Havyavahanaha. That Paramatma is the Vahani, transformer. For example, you offer anything to the fire, to the Agni, it transforms it into the subtle elements, subtle particles. So that Paramatma is that transformer. And also at the same time, Havyavahanaha, carrier. That Paramatma is carrying everything, all the energies, forces, and all the knowledge within himself, within the Paramatma. That Paramatma is Prachetah. Prachetah is that Paramatma is supreme consciousness. There is nothing in this entire universe more superior or higher than that omnipresent, omniscient, all-pervading, and almighty consciousness. That Paramatma is that. And then it says, Shvatru Asi. Shvatru Asi, fully awakened consciousness, supreme intelligence, source of all knowledge. And then we can see Tutho Asi Vishwavedaha. So Vishwavedaha, knower of everything. That Paramatma is Vishwaved. Ved means knower. He knows everything of this world because he has created this universe. Paramatma has created this universe out of its almighty knowledge, consciousness, supreme power, supreme ananda. What we see in this world, all the rasa, all the sukha in this world, It was all created by Paramatma. When we feel happy within ourselves, in our heart, from where that happiness coming? When we see that peace, when we are at peace, we feel content, we feel that everything is in its place. When we feel joy, when we feel love, all these, and when we feel that selfless love without condition, it comes from that supreme consciousness, from Paramatma itself. So that Paramatma is Brahma. That Paramatma, knowing everything, knower and bestower of all the energies and the resources to us. That Paramatma, we must realize that Paramatma is the primary goal of our life. मुख्य हमारे जीवन का मुख्य उद्देश्य that Paramatma is. So now let's move towards the व्याख्यान. हे व्यापकेश्वर, how beautifully Maharshi Dayanand ji is starting the संबोधन. हे व्यापक ईश्वर, व्यापकेश्वर, आप विभू असि, विभू हो, अर्थात सर्वत्र प्रकाशित, वैभव ऐश्वर्य युक्त आप ही हो और कोई नहीं. Here the meaning of सर्वत्र प्रकाशित, it means that Paramatma is everywhere and making everything work, and everything is being operated by the Paramatma, being everywhere, pervading. विभू होके आप सब जगत के प्रवाहन स्व नियम पूर्वक चलाने वाले. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. प्रवाहन स्व अपने अपने नियम पूर्वक चलाने वाले. परमात्मा हैज बेसिकली fixed some natural principles, the principles of the nature. Like for example, the heat is the property of Agni. That is the principle. And now then all the elements of this creation, of this universe, are being governed and operated and regulated by those principles. And those principles, those laws are created by Paramatma, nobody else. So that Paramatma is the cause of all that is going on in this universe. Nimitta Karan. That Paramatma is the Nimitta Karan of all the movements in this cosmos. तथा सबके निर्वाह कारक भी आप हो. निर्वाह, Paramatma has provided everything to us for all the living creatures for their sustenance. That is the meaning of this word nirvaha karak. हे स्वप्रकाशक सर्व रस वाहकेश्वर. That Paramatma is swaprakashak. He does not need anybody else to get knowledge. Like, unlike us, we always need somebody to help us in the field of knowledge, in the field of actions, in the field of our day-to-day life even. We cannot be without any help. We cannot live without depending on others. But Paramatma does not depend on anyone. That Paramatma is Swaprakashaka. Sarvaras Vahakeshwar. That Paramatma is basically maintaining and providing all the rasa, all the basically the sukh, essence of everything in all the elements of nature. आप वहनि असि हव्यवाहनः. वहनी है, सब हव्य उत्कृष्ट रसों के भेदक हैं. How in a sugar cane, if we take the example of sugar cane, how the sugar, that ras in that sugar cane is reached inside from the ground, from the soil, that is miracle. How the flowers have different colors, although the soil is the same, only seeds are different. And how the difference of the seeds can produce different such beautiful results, different trees, different fruits, how variations are there in this entire nature if we just observe it. And then we can come to this conclusion, this understanding, not even conclusion, this understanding, this observation that this is the Paramatma only. This is that supreme consciousness which has basically, which is making everything so full of rasa. The essences of different elements are perfect in their own way, because Paramatma is रसों के भेदक and आकर्षक तथा यथावत स्थापक आप ही हो. जब when we just go near the tree, when we just go near to the nature, we feel a spontaneous attraction. We feel a peaceful attraction, not disturbing one. When we are at the ocean and listening to the waves, when we listening to the water of the river, when we listen to the air, and when we smell the subtle and subtle fragrance of the flowers, we immediately attract towards them. Why? Because it is Paramatma who is the Bhedak of all the rasa in those different objects of this universe. He is the establishing, he establishes everything in its place. हे आत्मन आप श्वात्रः असि प्रचेताः शीघ्र व्यापनशील हो, तथा प्रकृष्ट ज्ञान स्वरूप प्रकृष्ट ज्ञान के देने वाले हो. सो विशेष ज्ञान, प्रकृष्ट विशेष ज्ञान के देने वाले. दैट परमात्मा इज शीघ्र व्यापनशील मीन्स here we should not take it like that Paramatma reaches everywhere immediately, swiftly. Here we have to put the Lakshana Vritti so that we can understand it from a different angle. Shigr here is used by Maharshi Dayanand Ji to make us understand the more deeper meaning of the mantra. That Paramatma, the Shigr, is in reference, in respect to the Jivatma. Because Jivatma is Ekadeshiya and Paramatma is Sarvadeshiya, Sarvavyapak. He is already available, pervading everything. So, in order to make us understand that how is the Paramatma, that is how it is put it like this way, that Paramatma is Shighra Vyapanashil. He is swiftly there before us because he is already there. He Sarvavit Asi Tutha Asi Vishwavedah. आप तुथ और विश्ववेद हो, विश्ववेदा हो. तुथो वै ब्रह्म, यह शतपथ की श्रुति है, सब जगत में विद्यमान, प्राप्त और लाभ कराने वाले हो. So that Paramatma is providing and supreme beneficiary to us. So let's read now the English part. O all-pervading Lord, you are Vibhu, the omnipresent one. That is you alone, and none other are everywhere, manifest, endowed with divine opulence and sovereignty. As Vibhu, you are the regulator of the entire universe, guiding all movement according to your innate laws and nature. And you are also the sustainer of all beings. O self-luminous Lord, the bearer of all essences, you are Agni, the carrier of offerings. You alone distinguish, attract, refine, and rightly establish all sacrificial offerings, which are the finest essences. O Atman, you are swiftly pervading and of exalted consciousness, the very form of supreme knowledge and the giver of higher wisdom. O omniscient one, you are Tutha and Vishwaveda, the knower of all. Tutha indeed is Brahman, as declared in the Shatpath Brahman. You are present throughout the entire universe, attainable everywhere, and the bestower of all attainments and benefits. So, this is also one of the beautiful stuti of Paramatma. The main, we can say, the leverages of this mantra is the first thing, Vibhu Asi, that Paramatma is all pervading. Then Pravahana, that Paramatma is the regulator of all the laws, all the principles of this creation. And at the same time, Nirvahak, that Paramatma is the sustainer of all beings. That Paramatma is that supreme knowledge. Agni means knowledge. That Swaprakash Prabhu, Prakashak Prabhu, in which whatever we offer in our consciousness, that Paramatma transforms that into the true knowledge. That Paramatma is Shigr Vyapanashil, fast, swift, and omnipresent reality. And he is providing all the Aishwarya and Vaibhav to all the Jivatma for their welfare. So this is the mantra. And now let me stop sharing. We do Shanti Part. Shanti Part. Om Dyahu Shantirantarikshan Shantihi Prithivi Shantirapah Shantiroshadhayah Shantihi वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शांति ही। सभी को सादर नमस्ते, धन्यवाद।